Howdy, folks, and welcome back to Georgia MAGA on Tommy Time. I am going to try to live up to a couple of promises I've made in the last couple of videos and try to keep it short. But even if I don't, there's cause to celebrate, measured celebration, but it looks as if we have at least a temporary victory. I think I'll call it provisional victory with the county board tonight. After all was said and done, myself and another gentleman, I didn't quite catch his name. I'm wanting to say it was Berger, but again, don't quote me on it. I'm sure the paper or the radio station, if they were there, if they're putting a report up tonight or tomorrow, will have it. But regardless, we both spoke. We both voiced our opposition to the opt out in some pretty no uncertain terms. But there was some, I believe, very sincere discussion among the board members. And through the course of it, they discussed how there had been some conversation about alternative relief to in lieu of the opt-out, which the legislation provides for. I believe I had made at least some reference to that in my previous videos. And yeah, absolutely. I mean, if at least absolutely in so much as, it is, something significant, something that is most definitely, at least, if not identical in the absolute ballpark. And, I kind of reserve judgment on what that totally looks like. But I believe the offer was sincere. And not only do I think it was sincere, I think that Commissioners Smith and Pulliam, who I want to commend both of them, who appeared to take the initiative on it after the earlier speaker and myself spoke and made our presentations, that there be a commitment from the board, that there be a communication to the county about what that alternative is going to look like before they submit the opt-out. So the opt-out got tabled. And I believe, if I recall the terms of the vote correctly, it's tabled until the 25th of February. I believe it's a work session for the board. So unless I'm mistaken about the rules for those meetings, those aren't open to the public. However, just based on, again, the discussion and the commitment from the board, and I think they video all this, so you can go back and watch it for yourself. It'd be the February 3rd video on the county board website if you're interested in going and looking it up, or maybe I'll go find the link and once it's live, and I'll put it in the comments here and try to get it in advance, Franklin County and some of the other local websites, so people can see it, link to it for themselves. That, there's a commitment to have a relief of some sort tax-wise, property tax-wise. I think the strong implications, definitely what I took from it, from the board. So, and I made a second short speech when given the opportunity to say to the county commissioners, that's appreciated. And not only is it appreciated, that there'd been some communication of the discussions that evidently went ahead of the meeting tonight with regard to that. Maybe I'm not sitting here making videos and from their perspective getting everybody stirred up, but regardless of that, what I did say to them, which will not change, I'm going to try to plan and be on at the school board meeting as well, where they're going to take this up, is I, for one, am committed, and I think a lot of others are too, to limited government and fiscal responsibility. That is not to say that the county board is not either, but I just as a general rule, as a guiding principle, raising taxes, trying to find revenue is not the way to control government. You need it your priority needs to be, how can we make government least burdensome? What kind of revenue do we have to do that with? Obviously, we have to meet our state obligations, or if the state, frankly, gets too burdensome, we need to find a way to say to the state, hey, well, you know, this is not working for us. And maybe that takes some legislative action. But anyway, those are all discussions that can be had at a later date. The bottom line is, we got the vote tabled tonight. We got the opt out tabled tonight until the 25th of February work session, with a commitment to provide alternative tax relief for Franklin Countyans. That is a victory on any scorecard that anybody might have out there, and we just need to just hold our folks to account. You don't have to be confrontational about it. I tried as much as I knew how not to be, but at the same time that we're watching, and we want them to succeed. I told them I want them to succeed. I want them to succeed, and I've worked with many of them in helping them to get elected, and when they were in other positions with the government and appointed positions on some of the other county commissions and things, to work with the prior board. So not trying to be adversarial. I can be adversarial. Don't have a problem doing it. I was prepared to be denied if it was necessary, but I didn't want to start out that way. And hopefully, the right balance was struck. But regardless, however we got there, for the time being, we got there. Thanks for your interest. Thanks for tuning in. The fact that this was getting eyeballs, I don't think played any small part to the motion that was made and seconded and accepted tonight. I want to say specifically that Commissioner Smith made some very pointed and, from my perspective, appreciated words about both his appreciation of the concerns of people, of citizens and of taxpayers for their government. And I think that sincerely led him to bring that motion. He was the one that brought it. And then when it was seconded by Commissioner Pulliam was the one who specified that the board make a commitment for some sort of a plan to go forward publicly before they committed to the opt-out. So that's the report. Franklin County, Georgia MAGA is going pretty good. So, it's a happy night. But I mean, I'm happy for everybody, happy for them. I didn't want this board to get off on the wrong foot. I'm acquainted with a couple over a few years now, and success for them means success for everybody. When everybody's pulling in the same direction and has the ultimate same objective, and I think that's right now anyway what was reflected by the actions tonight. So I've rambled enough. Again, share, like, and subscribe. This will get out here in a few minutes, and welcome your comments and suggestions insofar as how we continue to support these guys, and also what else we need to do to encourage them constructively in making our county government the best that we can make it. Have a good night.